We thought when we created Rule 5, keep your dear teacher happy, it would cause a lot of controversy among educators. We thought teachers were going to say, oh, wait a second. That isn't a student-centered classroom. That's a teacher-centered classroom. So we were shocked when so many teachers really felt like Rule 5, it was a fantastic rule. And let me explain why it makes so much sense. We've got the 4 rules. We rehearse them. We rehearse the right way to follow them. We rehearse the wrong way to follow them. We rehearse breaking the rules. But you know, the truth is that if you have a challenging bunch of kids, you're going to get arguments about the rules. And you don't want arguments about the rules. Let me give an example. So let's say you've got 2 kids who are talking, and you give the prompt, raise your hand for permission to speak. The class follows the prompt, and then the kids are going to say, we weren't talking, and they were talking, and then there you go, you're in an argument, a back and forth. You never want to get in a back and forth in power teaching or any other time. Worst case, you've got a kid who's wandering around the classroom. You say, Rule 3, and all your kids say, Rule 3, raise your hand for permission to leave your seat. That kid, if he's a challenging kid, will say, I'm not out of my seat. I'm just going to sharpen my pencil. He's out of his seat, arguing. He ain't out of his seat. Yeah, it happens. You know it happens. All right, here's the beauty of Rule 5. Whenever you need to, and especially when a kid is arguing with you, you can say, you know what? Just stop a second. Tell me what Rule 5 is. And if you practice enough, the kid will say, keep your dear teacher happy. Then you say, well, you know what? Right now, what you're doing, arguing with me, it isn't making me happy. It's breaking Rule 5. Let me tell you how I know about Rule 5. I happen to be the world's greatest expert on what makes me happy. And when you're arguing with me about Rule 5, it does not make me happy. That's the beauty of Rule 5. Your challenging kids are always looking for loopholes, ways to get around the rules, ways to argue with you about the rules. But Rule 5 is a no argument rule. You know if you're happy, and the arguing or any other kind of behavior that doesn't make you happy, it violates Rule 5. You got them there. Tell you a story. Middle school classroom, a kid comes into the classroom carrying a branch, a big branch. And the kid's got that look on his face like, oh yeah, what are you going to do? You got no rule about branches, teacher. And the teacher says, you know what? We don't have any rules about branches. If you look at all of our rules, there's no don't bring a branch into class. We don't have any rules. But we do have a special rule, and that is Rule 5. Keep your dear teacher happy. And guess what? Bringing a branch into class, it does not make me happy. See, that's the beauty again of Rule 5. No loopholes. You are the ultimate absolute authority. And there can't be any arguing with you about what makes you happy because you know what makes you happy. It's a beautiful rule. You'll use it whenever you need to, and you'll love it. You're the world's greatest authority on what makes you happy. And you can also say, you know what, kids? The reason Rule 5 is so important is the one thing that makes me happy is when you're learning. So it sounds like it's about me. But my dear beloved students, it's really about you. When you're learning, I am so happy.